everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Here's what we're cooking tonight for our dinner. First off, we're going to start with some pork chops. You want to take about 6 pork chops that are between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch thick, and then you're going to do a mix, and we're going to put it on the pork chops and we're going to bake it in the oven. The mix includes 1/4 cup of oil. You can use whatever type you have. I'm using canola, which is my preference. There's 1 teaspoon of dried parsley. I always have this on hand in my kitchen because I use it for a lot of different recipes. It is an optional ingredient, so if you don't have it, don't sweat it. You don't have to use it. And then the last thing that's going to make it really good is going to be a dried pack of ranch mix. It's 1 ounce. So next I'm going to show you how we're going to mix that up. Okay, now we're going to show you how we're going to do our topping for our pork chops. Okay, we're going to take the 1/4 cup of oil, put it in a bowl. You're going to take your 1 teaspoon of your dried parsley, add that to it. And then the 1 ounce, it's a 1 package of the dry ranch mix. All right, now I'm going to whisk this together. And this is one of those easy recipes too when you've worked all day and it doesn't take a lot of time, not a lot of thought, but it'll be really delicious for your family. I think you'll really enjoy it. Okay, now that we've got everything mixed up, we're gonna brush it on our pork chops. As you can see, I've already put our pork chops on a sprayed jelly roll pan, and we're going to put it in a preheated oven at 425 degrees. So let's go ahead and top this. I just use a brush. If you don't have one available, you can just use a spoon. You just want to mix it in good. Make sure all the pork chops are coated. Alright, as you can see, I've got all the pork chops coated, and we're going to pop them in the oven at 425 degrees. We're going to put it in for about 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and put those in, and then we're going to come back and make a side dish. Alright. Alright, y'all, while our pork chops are in the oven cooking, I'm going to go ahead and mix up our potato dish. This is a dish I've been making for over 30 years. It's one of those things I really don't measure anymore. So I'm going to do my best to give you the measurements so you can make it at home. It's very delicious. I have requests for this dish all the time. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to peel up about 6 to 7 medium-sized russet potatoes. You can use other kinds of potatoes. That's just the ones that I use in this recipe. And as you can see, I've already peeled them and I've already cut them. You want to make them about the size of a homemade French fries, what I call it. And then the secret ingredient, which is kind of funny, is corn flakes. I know it sounds kind of funny, but it's actually very good. And then we're going to put in a stick of butter. There again, not real healthy, but it's delicious. All right, now we're going to show you how to put this together. This is actually going to go into the microwave and cook, so you won't have to use your oven since the pork chops are in there cooking. But we're going to use a 2.5 quart casserole dish, and you want to make sure you spray your pan so your potatoes don't stick. So now we're going to go ahead and put the potatoes in. And then I've got 2 cups of corn flakes here. I don't know if I'm going to need them all, but we're going to go ahead and try that. I'll let you know here in just a second. One of those things that sounds really weird, but it tastes really well. Really good. All right, so I used almost 2 cups. All right, and then we're going to use our stick of butter. And you're just going to put it right on top. Now, what I normally do is I cover my casserole dish. If you don't have a lid for your casserole dish, that's okay. Just cover it with saran wrap and make sure you poke holes in it to have it vented. right, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and pop these in our microwave for 15 minutes. It's gonna vary, depending on your microwave, how quickly your microwave cooks, but we're gonna go ahead and put them in and start it. We want them to be really tender. All right, now we're gonna check on our pork chops and we'll be back shortly. Okay, y'all, we got our potatoes out of the microwave. We're gonna check and make sure that they're good and done. And we're gonna stir them up, make sure we can get that butter melted. They're mixed in with the potatoes and the corn flakes. Yeah, those are good and done. So then the last thing that we're gonna do for these potatoes is we're gonna add some cheese. Now I'm using Sharp Cheddar. You can use any type of cheese of your preference. Whatever you have on hand is fine. It's good with any type of cheese. I have an 8-ounce bag, which I'm not gonna use the whole bag. You just kind of have to look, depends on how much cheese you like. Let's go ahead and put the cheese on. And then we're gonna pop this back in the microwave for a couple of minutes so we can get the cheese melted in there with the potatoes. Okay, y'all, you can see that I got the cheese melted on the potatoes, and while they were in the microwave melting, I went ahead and broiled the pork chops for 3 to 5 minutes just to get a little brown, good color to them. So now I'm gonna heat up our squash that we had left over from the other evening, which I had a video on my YouTube channel that you can check out and see how to make that. And I really hope you enjoy this and that your family likes it, and give me some feedback. Have a good evening. Thanks for watching.